that I got stuck there until June, and then came over to America, not for any gigs or anything, just for a check. I managed to get on a flight, but it was fantastic. Look, it was the best, warmest, sunniest April on record. There was no cars, you could smell the air was fresh and birds were singing. And a lot of people talking about mindfulness and Zen, you know, thinking carefully, keeping yourself cool and chill. And for some weird reason, baking sourdough bread. I didn't get that, it was all over Twitter. And I thought, well, I'm in London, I could just walk around the corner, the shops are open, get some sourdough bread. It's like, be 6 feet away from anybody, why bother baking it, but they did. And as for the mindfulness and the chill out, and I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna get stoned the entire time. Guilty as charged, come on. Thank you. This one's good, from Last Chance to Learn the Twist. It's called It Mattered to Me. To me, when you took love that mattered, it mattered to me. When you left it in tatters, it mattered to me. It mattered to you. Everyone has something that matters, but they didn't know until that something shatters. It matters to me. Oh, it matters to me. The windows were open, our minds were locked up. I said something tasteless and filled up my cup. I shared it with you as if that were enough to make something matter, like love mattered to me. Like something important, like some kind of treasure that we left behind. It isn't like we had some kind of falling out. Maybe we just stopped knowing how to be kind. Oh, and it mattered to me when a friend got so cut up by somebody who needed to shut up. It's called empathy. We need more of that now. Yes, it matters to me. It matters to me. Baby, baby, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. From Last Chance to Learn the Twist. And I'm doing another one from that record right now. I'm going to retune this thing. Excuse me for a moment. Yep, there we go. This one's called We Did Nothing. Slipping away by the day. What did I do? I did nothing. The tone of your sky was a gunmetal gray. What did I do? I did nothing. That iceberg of indifference must have been something. So I wore a coat of steel and it meant nothing. We saw the floods in Pakistan, smelled the burning forest. We had to feel Afghanistan, and the richest crushed the poorest. in for a swim. The water felt so good and warm. We all went rushing in. A pandemic of stupidity was closing in, and then what did I do? I looked at you, but you were gone by then. The filaments of light in the bulbs of your eyes died a death for me, but I did nothing. The streets of your town pulled their shutters right down. I wanted them pulled up, but I did nothing. Here's one from a record of mine called 12 Haunted Episodes. Yeah, there's nothing much I can say about that. There it was. I did it. Let me see if I can play this one. I think I can. Yeah, 12 Haunted Episodes. It was, there it was, whatever. There's so many records, I'm really starting to get very confused about it. There's certain markers in time, and then it all goes a bit like blobby, you know. That was that on that album, and I announced it as being on an album, and fans said, no, it wasn't, you idiot. So, anyway, this was definitely from 1200 Episodes. It's called Cruel Stage. Take me for what I am, though it may not amount to much. Take me from this abyss and put me back in touch. Though I have strayed from you, though I have fallen from grace, I am back on higher ground, up from that lonely place. Suffered long enough. Now I am undoing this cruel stage that I've been going through. These words, they come hard, but I try to make them live. I come in from a humbleness I'm not familiar with. Built a world made out of painted glass. I won't shatter yours no more with a painted last. 'Cause I have found going tough, and you suffered long enough. And now I am undoing this cruel stage I've been going through. To hurt you, no, that's not what I meant. Now I mean to let you have my true intent. So take me for what I'm worth, though it may not amount to much. I'm climbing from this abyss, and I'm getting back in touch. 'Cause I have found the going tough, and you have suffered long enough. Now I am undoing this cruel stage that I've been going through. Now I am undoing this cruel stage that I've been going through. writer, some of you must know, the writer Oliver Sacks, neurologist, professor, brain surgeon, genius bloke. The movie Awakenings comes from one of his books, all about kind of strange mental conditions and phenomena like that. I've read pretty much all of his books. They're written for laymen. There's a lot of very brilliant books. The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat is a great start. That's true. He kept trying to put his wife on his head. It happens. I mean, I did it the other day, but you know, it was somebody else's wife. I mean, so there's no problem with that. But, trying to put someone's wife on your head is not a good idea in public if you really think it's a hat and you try. Anyway, yeah, brilliant bloke, and so he studied all these things, and he wrote a book called, one of his books, Island of the Colorblind, and it was about the South Pacific, where there are, there's an island where there's a huge propensity of people with colour blindness, a very strange phenomenon that he looked into, and Oliver Sacks was a serious drug fiend. For all his professionalism and his brilliance, he liked to put it away. I'll tell you what, he was really experimental. His favourite combo was high-dose LSD and methamphetamine mixed together. I've got a lot of admiration for that. I would not recommend it, but there you go. Admiration for the guy. There he was on the island of Colourblind, sampling the local drugs, of course. Down in the Fiji, in that area, they have kava, so he was on the beach talking about the colour blindness and talking about the missionaries coming to the South Pacific. And he was drinking it, and he had one and said, "Oh, could I have some more, please?" Because he was a very polite Englishman. And once he took, somebody told him, say, "Oh, well, LSD's all right, but you should take this Parkinson's drug." And he's like, "What? The Parkinson's drug? It'll real trip out stuff if you know." And so he, well, you know, going in full throat, he bought some and took 20 pills. He did like to go for it. And at some point, nothing was happening for a few hours, it seemed like, and then he says, this is a book called Hallucinations. I think it's from there that he wrote about all kinds of phenomena. And he said that suddenly a helicopter was overhead, and I thought, oh, it's my parents coming to visit me. He was in LA. Said, oh, of course. And he went and had a shower, better get myself ready, went out, and was really disappointed to find there was no sound of a helicopter anymore. Thought, well, that's weird. Then he went into the kitchen, looked into the window, and there was a spider, and he had a conversation with it. So yes, he was quite the fellow. But anyway, when he was on this island, he was talking about the missionaries coming, and he said two important things that they brought. The biggest things that they brought to the South Pacific was syphilis and religion. Well, shake a red flag at this port when you know what's going to happen, don't you? We're coming in our big ships, big guns blazing, Bibles in our hand, coming from a cold place to lead those natives by the hand. Back to the promised land. Now this is called fire, this is called brimstone, do you understand? So bring me your coconuts, bring me your sweet mango too, bring me your papaya, I'll tell you what I bring for you. It's syphilis and religion, that's what we are handing out. Syphilis and religion, two things you could probably do without. Get your little donkeys, pack them with straw and mud and water. Build me a church right here, build me a whorehouse and bring me a daughter. She could do with some extra tuition later on behind the mission. Fanned by the full right breeze, I spread the word and the STDs down. So bring me your coconuts and bring me your sweet mango too. Bring me your papaya, tell you that what I bring for you is syphilis and religion. That's what we are handed out. Syphilis and religion, two things the world could do without. Talking to my man upstairs, he talks to me, my burden he shares. He says, go on to the islands, boy, spread my word and my gospel there. Teach those little savages the one and only truth there is now. Go out and build me one nation, beachfront property, prime location, beachfront property, prime location now. Bring me your coconuts, bring me your sweet mango too, bring me your papaya. I'll tell you what I bring for you. Syphilis and religion, syphilis and religion, syphilis and religion, two things you can probably do without. Probably do it, probably do it. Probably do it. That was from a record called Deep Cut to Nowhere, soon to be released finally on vinyl, because it was, in those days, it was all CDs in the 90s, some in the mid-90s, and no one thought vinyl was coming back, and cassettes will be following soon in those days. The 8-track, somebody told me. Yep. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to move on. Let me just put this down and move on to the other. Right. Moving on to the electrical guitar. Thank you. There you go, baby. No problem. No damage done. Yeah, when I was saying that in the UK recently, in Britain, that I was, so I'm just going to move on to the electrical guitar. I don't know why I keep calling it electrical guitar. I'm going to move on to the electrical guitar. Someone in the audience shouted, Judas! And that made my day. I was roaring with laughter. And it's a group of people. These people follow me around there. They're called the Sharpening Axes crew. And so they come to sort of all loads of gigs. There's half a dozen of them, sometimes or more. Losers, basically. I mean, let's be honest. So by the second gig, all of them are shouting, Judas! And it gradually spreads, and soon the entire audience are shouting, Judas! Every time I pick up the guitar. It's a wonderful thing, and I'll try and encourage the tradition over here. We'll keep it going for the next time, all right? Anyway, this is the title track of my third album. It was called Stick to Me. How about that one? Yeah! Go into this now, don't wanna miss now. I don't know when to stop. I just pump light shines bright on their teeth come down. If you stick to me on the sinking sea, we won't drown. Stick to me just like a luau. Stick to me, that's what to do now. Stick to me, stick to me, stick to me, yeah. Oh. Stick to me. It'll soon be 50 years since my first album was released. Could it be? Not far off, that's a couple of years short. I don't know, 1976. Who's good at math here? I can't count. 48
years.
Oh, 2 years will fly by like nothing. Oh my God. Yes, I'm at that stage in my life now where I'm trying to answer the big questions, you know, the serious stuff, not the trivial stuff, the big stuff. Like, why am I in the kitchen? Why am I in the kitchen? Don't know. No one knows. No one knows why I'm in the kitchen. A lot of head scratching about that, but I will get to the bottom of it. Well, I'm going to be like the hero of the world when I figure that one out. Anyway, why don't we go back now to the very first album, 48 years later, came out in April 1976. It was called Howl and Wind. Yes, indeed it was. Thank you very much. This little kind of rockabilly thing, I guess it is. Yeah. There don't seem to be no break in the line. Don't seem to be no break point. They ruined my vision, screwed up my eyes. Tell you what I'm gonna do, boys. I'm going back to school days. I'm going back to school days. I'm going back to school days to put them right. They told me that it was like a film out here. It's a real Hollywood show, boys. They told me that it was all black and white. So many shades of nasty, boys. I'm going back to school days. I'm going back to school days. I'm going back to school days to put them right. And nobody wants to know you when you're down. Everybody wants to lose you when you're found. Not for another thing, I might break even, I might go home quietly, marry a rich girl, but otherwise gonna raise him rightly. I'm going back to school days. I'm going back to school days. I'm going back to school days to put them right here. Shake that thing now. The blind boys are 25 years to break the rules. No one ever had the same boys. I'm going back to school days. I'm going back to school days. I'm going back to school days to put them right. Yes, I'm going back to school days. I'm going back to school days. I'm going back to school days to put them right.
Oh, you can't call
I'm
her.
gonna put them right.
Turn it up.
I'm gonna put them right here. I'm gonna put them right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them right here.
Make sure you don't hear
Put
her.
them right. I'm gonna put them right here. Hey.
Pretty cool, man.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm sure some of you here, I'm sure there's some music fans here who played the piano on a load of 60s records and 70s records and beyond, on the Beatles, sometimes the Stones, and a lot of Stones. Nicky Hopkins, thank you, the late great Nicky Hopkins. And now, yes, I had the great pleasure of becoming, we were friends, we became fast friends. He played on a couple of my albums and he remained a close friend. Saw some of his daughter growing up a bit, but he'd come to my place in London and hang out, and I'd meet him in LA where he lived for a long while. And I had the great fortune of him playing on both the Up Escalator and Another Grey Area. And lovely fella. And there's some people in Britain, a guy in Britain has been trying to bump up his profile a bit because, most people don't know who played that spectacular piano on Angie or this, that and the other, and who played on the Imagine record, or no, not the song Imagine, that didn't Lennon played on that, but he played on that album. Many, so many things. Kinks, Who, and this guy said to me, Graham, we want to get him into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I said, bollocks, no. There's no category for session players anyway, so I don't see it. And maybe they will, but what? It's obvious, man. I told them, make a documentary. It's a no-brainer. You're going to get Keith, Nick, or whatever. You're going to get people on there talking about Nicky, and so he did. He got an amazing film crew and very good. They've done a lovely job. I've seen the premiere of it in London at the Bardabon, I think it was, the Bar Theatre, and it's absolutely excellent. And I'm up there, there's an interview with me and a bit of one of my, short clip of me. So amazingly, I'm still on it after he's got all these famous people on. I'm still on it. Usually I get bumped. As soon as I get two names, the big names are bigger than I'm an idea, baby. Even if it was my idea, it doesn't matter. That's how this business works, oh yeah. But by the time, if it makes it to Netflix or Prime or something like that, which I hope it does, I'll be bumped. Don't you worry about it. The network will have me bumped. Get out of here. Anyway, what a man, what a gentleman he was, lovely, very funny fella. He could do the whole Monty Python skits. Kept me very amused. He played on this one from the Up Escalator. To go walk down Hell's Pavement, go walk down, pull by the side. Had to make some new arrangement. I thought I'd reach the other side. Someone opened up their mouth to talk, yeah. They said, hey, you ain't where you think you are. You just landed on the devil's sidewalk. Misunderstanding with a street lamp one night. The smell of burning rubber hit my senses. I thought I'd reach the other side. When someone opened up their mouths at the top, yeah. They said, hey, you ain't where you think you are. You're just stranded on the devil's sidewalk. Yeah, you landed on the devil's sidewalk. No one's got names under the flames. Everyone screams, hope it's a dream. Nothing makes sense, everything's tense. Wish I could say what it means. To the long look down at the mirror, I couldn't see my face at all. Just those train lines leading nowhere. I thought I'd reach the other side. When someone opened up their mouth to talk, they said, hey, you ain't where you think you are. else is in that tonight? These dead fingers are working out pretty good.
Sounds great, man.
I wish I could whack myself with heavy painkillers, but that wouldn't be professional, and it wouldn't be a very good show. Okay. From the new album, Last Chance to Learn the Twist. Check this little funky thing out. On a bed made out of stone, in a cheap motel with an office block view and an air conditioner grown. So I walked in to the drinks machine, but it's been empty for years. The ancient smell of cigarettes now, disinfectant can't clear, but then I just lost track of time. Yeah, just lost track of time. Just lost track of time, baby. Just lost track of time. Now when you lose track of time, you know it's all on your watch. It's like a job that you botch for someone else, and you let yourself down. You gonna let it down too. Now you got plenty of time. All for you when you just lose track of time, baby. Just lose track of time. Oh, 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 yeah. Yeah. What does it take to get a message to you? All this dodgy Wi-Fi, sober phone, and the air still it's like air conditioner wine. The only place I can feel anything now is right here in my heart, because the clock just stopped and my brain seized up. I miss you like a missing part, but then I just lost track of time. Yeah, just lost track of time. Just lost track of time. Just lost track of time. Oh yeah. You lose track of time, you know it's all on your watch. It just happens. You don't even know it's happening until you lost track of time. I once lost track of time, big time, in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah.
Don't go back.
Yeah, I had a two-date tour, just 2 days in Florida, St. Petersburg and Orlando. This is back in the 90s, I guess, somewhere around there. It must have been, yeah, early. And there was one day in between it was off, and it was a Saturday, and Sunday my agent called me about 2 or 3 weeks before I was due to go there and said, how about doing a gig on Saturday? I've got one come up for you, just okay, while you're there, 3 days in a row, and that was it. So he told me it was in Jacksonville. He said the money's a bit low, but okay, pay for a hotel and all of that. And you never know, Saturday night it might get rammed in there. They always say that, agents, always. Anywho, I did the gig. It was called the Milk Bar. I walked down and down into this cellar for sound check time, and there were my opening act. And the guitarist said he was going to lend me the amplifier that I had insisted on the writer they provide me an amplifier. I thought, oh, that's a bad sign when the promoter won't bother to rent an amplifier for you. He gets a whole band in free to open because they'll do it for free because it's a name act they're playing for. Anyway, after then I went and did the sound check, and there I was, hiding in a dressing room that wasn't a dressing room. It was a curtain in the corner, tied together in a triangle, and I just stood there, listening to the act play. Later, after that, somebody came on, a solo act, a guy with a head the size of a watermelon. Massive head. I thought, oh, this is really odd. But there were 30 people out there anyway, and they seemed to be enjoying him. And obviously, this guy was Fruit Loop of the highest order. His songs sound like a cross between Neil Young and Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols. That's the way he sang. He'd start off in, oh, tell you, oh, I'm gonna drink your little rat and nail it to the door. I thought, the audience are liking it. There's only about 30 of them out there. They'll love me. They must do. I mean, when they hear this, if they like this crap, they must, you know. But that was not the case. As I began playing, they gradually drifted off, one by one, almost in an orchestrated manner. And I had a feeling, much later on, I think that bastard with the giant watermelon head, bald as a coot, set me up, brought his friends along, and told them to leave one by one. Maybe paranoid, but there's always a good reason to be paranoid, let's be honest. Anyway, there I was in Jacksonville. Two couples, were in the audience. I was lucky to have that. They stayed, and in the back of the place, there was a guy, but I didn't see him there. It was in the darkness. There was one more people. So whoopee, 5 people in the end. 2 couples and this guy, who turned out to be about as mental as the guy with the giant watermelon head. Because suddenly he came out of the gloaming while I'm playing, saying, I'll just keep playing. And he would stop and stand in front of one of the couples and stare at the lady's legs like this. Then he would go back, creep back into the darkness. Then he'd come out again and do it again. This happened 4 or 5 times. Finally, her boyfriend or husband or whatever, he stood up, grabbed this guy by his lapels and headbutted him. Now, the 2 barmen were over there playing pool. They had nothing else to do, believe me. They leapt over into the fray. They both looked like Ted Nugent impersonators. They grabbed this guy and they threw the poor mental guy out of the poor bugger and left the couples there anyway. We got on with the gig and again on Deep Cuts of Nowhere, I believe this one is from. I'll never play Jacksonville again. Swept down the culverts in the rain. St. Petersburg was flooded again. I reached my hand out for them, but I watched them slip away. And I had to get up to Jacksonville that day. I don't need anyone to remind me. I don't get the big picture. I don't need anybody to find me. Hang from a line of fiction. Yeah, I'll never play Jacksonville again. I'll never get on that southbound airplane. They give me a ticket, point me south, give me $500 to shut my mouth. I'll never play Jacksonville. I'll never have that whistle. I'll never play Jacksonville again. The road was like a river, the fields were like the sea. The thunder clouds were closing in on me. I done that motor onwards, I believe I'm 95. Check my pulse, yeah, I'm still alive. I don't need anyone to remind me to take my hand out of the fire. I don't need anybody to find me, tied up in piano wire. Yeah, I'll never play Jacksonville again. I'll never get on that southbound aeroplane. They gave me a ticket, pointed me south, gave me $500 and said, shut your mouth, boy. I never played Jacksonville. I'll never have that weird thrill. I'll never play Jacksonville again. Again. At the milk bar, said, hey, good luck, kid. Here's your Jägermeister, here's half a lid. I'll put the past behind you, it's over, pay your bill. Now this is where it ends at Jacksonville. I don't need anyone to remind me, I'm on the end of the skewer. Find me floating around in the sewer. Yeah, I'll never play Jacksonville again. I'll never get on that southbound aeroplane. They gave me a ticket, pointed me south, gave me $500 to shut my mouth for me. I'll never play Jacksonville. I'll never have that way. I'll never play Jacksonville again. Whoa, whoa, oh yeah. I'll never play Jacksonville. Never, never, never play Jacksonville. No, I never, no, I never, no, I never play Jacksonville again. Again.
Yeah!
Thank you very much. I wanted to pay me now, but I don't know that. Thank you quite a lot. Thank you. This one is from 1985. Let's jump into that kind of period. The greatest time for rock and roll in the history of the world, wasn't it? 1980s, yeah. Oh, it was really wrong. Well, anyway, it happened. Guilty as charged. Oh, guilty as charged. But this one's pretty good, at least solo. Didn't like it on the record much, really, but... Black Lincoln Continental. Shake like a cocktail and follow the road. The doors are locked, the windows are closed. He's only one way to the American dream. But they're waiting you around in a big limousine. Get in the back of the van. Get in the back of the van. Get in the back of the van. Lincoln Continental. Lincoln Continental. Lincoln Continental. Yes, a black flag, a Lincoln Continental. Black flag, a Lincoln Continental. Yeah. Woo, woo. You don't really poison it, you just too late. 7 years later, something as funny as in the black arm poster on the dirty money, honey. Get in the back of the van. Get in the back. Lady Continental, Lady Continental, yes, a black, black Lady Continental, black, black Lady Continental, yeah, 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 oh yeah, yeah. Russell think he's made a Persian jute. The chauffeur got the job, acting cute. He's watching the speedometer and counting your money in the big white lines. I make your heart beat funny, son. Get in the back of the black. Get in the back of the black. Get in the back of the black, black, black. Lady Continental, Lady Continental, Lady Continental, yeah, yeah, it's a black, black, Lady Continental, a black, black, Lady Continental, yeah. Oh yeah. Woo, woo. Like Lady Continental. Oh yes, thank you very, very much. Yeah, I was never known as Segovia on the guitar, so I guess I'm not really going too far away here or checker. Anyway, let me do this one. Yeah. I did go through a Ravi Shankar phase. Not proud of it, but you know, that's the way it was in those days. Sorry, I did like it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mona Lisa's sister doesn't smile. She tried to pose, but only for a while. Leonardo sent her home. Since then she's lived alone with a few belongings and a copy of a painting of herself unhappy. She is going to burn it when she's ready. Get started, start a fire. Oh, get started, start a fire, yeah. Marilyn was lying all alone with an empty bottle by the phone. Kennedy was not around. She was cold, she was found, but she'd gone where the goddesses are sleeping, where the molten tongues of flames are leaping. Oh, where the angels' hearts are beating. Get started, start a fire. Oh, get started, start a fire, yeah. Well, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, 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 oh. taking off for smoking. Meanwhile up the road, the factory's joking. The ones who were there, they killed, I'm not joking. Get started, start a fire, yeah. Oh, oh, get started, start a fire, yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, 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 start a fire. Start a fire, yeah. Start a fire now. Start a fire, yeah.
Yeah!
Thank you very much, you very nice people. Great to meet you. Play at the City Winery in St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you very, very much indeed. We very well appreciate it. And also,
More! Passion is no ordinary word. More! Come on, Ram.
acoustical guitar. Much more to do, but I will try to get through this one, all right? Okay, from my, new record here we go. Them bugs came freaking out tonight, freaking out. Them freaking bugs came out tonight, freaking out tonight. Wait, I've forgotten something.
You got ready to do it and you didn't ever go.
It's an easy thing to forget, really, isn't it? You pull a kazoo out, you know it's all going down here. Well, let me tell you though, not a lot of people know this, but there is a branch of Buddhism that incorporates the kazoo in its teachings. Very obscure, not many people know about it. I never really bothered about what the religious implications were or any of that, but I think it was something to do with the even higher plane than general Buddhism. And I wanted to become a kazoo master. I've always wanted that all my life, ever since I can remember talking. And so I thought, well, how can I learn this thing? It's so tricky, there's so much nuance to it. But I think there must be somewhere, but nobody's found it yet. And then I found this strange branch of Buddhism, and I found a little enclave hidden away, very secretive, and they, I proved to them that I was worthy of learning under a Grand Master. A little enclave in Trenton, New Jersey. Amazing little culty things go on in Trenton, New Jersey. You'd be surprised, man. So yeah, and right? Yeah. And so I went and learned there under a Grand Master as a Feng Shui, I think his name was. I never got it straight. That never really interested me. I just wanted to learn how to handle this thing, and I did eventually. He really hit me with a stick. He was brutal. 6 months of this, it was. No, grasshopper, no. Always with a little humour, Dressel. I'm like, it's a fucking kazoo. It's just funny. He said, it is. What are you talking about? He said, no, more Seinfeldian humour. So, well, somehow I bluffed it enough to get my degree, master's degree in kazoo, and but I've taken it further. I've taken it a step further. I'm the only kazoo player who can make a kazoo sound exactly like a mosquito.
Mosquito.
Which came in handy for this song on the record, which has quite a lot of interesting effects on it, girl singers and everything. But this is the bit that kills it. Somebody slap themselves with it. Thank you. That killed that bastard. There's another one. That's right. Yeah. Them bugs came freaking out tonight. Freaking out. Freaking out. Them freaking bugs came out tonight. Freaking out tonight. Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. They came out in the evening, just about twilight time. Just set up the fireworks, for it was the 4th of July. The bugs came freaking out tonight. Freaking out, freaking out. The freaking bugs came out tonight. Freaking out tonight. Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. Come time to light the fireworks, as it was dark outside. But there we was in short shorts, we had nowhere to hide. They came down from the treetops, they came up from the grass, just like fighter pilots. I swear they moved that fast, and the bugs came freaking out tonight. Freaking out, freaking out. Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. Well, you know, they bit me around the ankles, they bit me on the hip, they bit me in the places you never should get bit. That's why them bugs came freaking out tonight. Freaking out, freaking out. Them freaking bugs came out tonight. Freaking out tonight. Whoa, 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 yeah. Ow, 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 ow. Well, Mama said rub on bacon fat. I said, Mama, you must be whack. That bacon fat just make you fat. Still them bugs come out. Them bugs came freaking out tonight. Freaking out, freaking out. Them bugs came freaking out tonight. Freaking out tonight. Whoa, 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 yeah. You know I'm gonna need some help on this, don't you? Whoa, 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 yeah. Beautiful. Here we go. I'm gonna sing. Whoa, 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 yeah.
Whoa, 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 yeah.
Whoa, 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 yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Beautiful.
whoa, yeah.
Here we go. Whoa, 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 yeah.
Whoa, 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 yeah.
Whoa, 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 yeah.
Whoa, 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 yeah.
Bugs, 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 they're freaking out. Freaking out, baby. Here we go, everybody. Ow, 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 ow.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, brilliant. And here we go, one more with this one. Follow me now. A bibbly, bibbly, bibbly,
bibbidi bibbidi boo.
I missed one. People who leave them.
Yeah.
You fools. You know, when they used to say about acts like me, Graham Parker is a cult audience, a cult. It finally happens. You are now a cult. I mean, if you're going to follow me going a bibbly, 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 boo, this is a fucking cult, man. We're in it now. We're in deep. Oh, what you're doing it. You'll do anything I say. Let's finish this with, whoa, 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 yeah.
Whoa, 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 yeah.
Fantastic, thank you very much.
Woo! Woo! Yeah!
There are CDs for sale here. Vinyl might be available online somewhere and streaming. And wait till you hear the girl singers on them bugs on the record. Oh yeah, really brilliant. But right now I'm going to do close out. And I thank you very much once again. Thank you for helping me out here. Oh yeah, let me do this. From the greatest band in the 70s, let's do this one. Girl, to be with you is my favorite thing. I can't wait till I see you again. Until I can't get enough. I wanna put on my baby shoes and do you, yeah. I wanna put on my baby shoes and do you. I can't wait till I see you again. I wanna put on my baby shoes and with you, yeah. I wanna put on my baby shoes and with you one more time. I wanna put on my baby shoes and with you.
Woo! Yeah! 4! Woo! Yeah!
Fantastic.
No encore? Oh, man. I just got off work.
John Almsted's watching. Say hi, John.
What's up, John? I need to come see you. Let's go.
Yeah, you said he was good.
Peace, love, and dope.
He was good, wasn't he? That's my Graham. In 1979, Springsteen said Graham Parker was the only musician he would pay money to see.
That's cool.
That's a good endorsement, man.
Yeah.